Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video I am, wrong way round, showing you and reviewing the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation, which looks like this. Comes in a little box, which I no longer have. It is 40ml. I picked mine up in one fair because I am pale, of the palest skin tones out there, so this is the perfect shade for me. Just as a comparison to the NARS Sheer Glow, you only get 30ml. I don't know if you can see that. You only get 30ml there, and here you get an extra 10ml, even though it doesn't look like much more product, but you get 40ml. It comes in a squeezy tube that looks like this, and I'll just do a little swatch because I want it to last. So if you're pale like me, then you probably want to go for the light number 1. So that is what it looks like. It is very sheer, so if you want a full coverage, I mean, I'm just going to blend this out into my hand, you can barely see that it's there. It's more like a tinted moisturizer consistency, so it is going to be very sheer but buildable. So it's great if you want something lightweight and sort of for the day, so that'd be perfect. If you want extra coverage, then just add more onto your brush. I always use a brush to blend out my foundation. This is the one I use. It's the Morphe M439, and it's perfect at just buffing into the skin there, getting in all those nooks and crannies that you want to cover. Now I will show you, I have had this foundation on all day, so I'm just gonna do an ugly close-up. So this is what it looks like. So there's a bit of separation around the nose area, but all is well. I did set the foundation with a powder. I used the Laura Mercier powder just to keep the foundation in place and so that the foundation doesn't separate. I'm going to go through the pros and cons of this. So if you're thinking about buying this, then maybe it will help you make your mind up if you find it worth it or not. So I hope that you find this useful. So 40ml, that's a pro, of course, because that's more foundation than you usually would get in other brands. So that is a plus. I really do like the consistency. It blurs out any blemishes, I can't speak today. It blurs out any blemishes and it evens out the skin tone, so it's gonna feel dewy and glowy, not too heavy, and also it blends out perfectly, so you don't have to work really hard at buffing it into the skin, because literally it's just a few swipes and it's like blended, and you're like, maybe I needed to blend that out a bit more, but really the foundation does it for you. So if you want something lightweight that is sheer to medium coverage, this is the one for you. Also, a pro is if you have dry to combination skin, this works wonders on dry skin. If you have oily skin, I would not recommend this for you because that will emphasize the oils to your skin, and that is not what you want. Although you could set it with a translucent powder and it probably would be okay. I haven't had any breakouts with this yet. Blemishes, they kind of are covered-ish. I mean, you can still probably see some pigmentation, but that's always going to be there on my chin area, and I tend to cover that up with Shape Tape by Tarte in the lightest shade. That usually does the trick. Yeah, it has SPF 15 in it, which is also a bonus. What's it say on the back? So for a daily luminous tint with SPF 15, blend a small amount onto your skin from the nose outwards. For a more flawless glow and finish, pat on the top of areas where extra coverage is needed using a brush. It does have little bits of glitter in it, but they're very fine. So if you don't want like a shimmery foundation, then you probably won't like this. Also, just to add that I have been wearing this foundation today for 16 hours. I shit you not. I've had this on all day and I have not topped it up at all. So you can probably see where the contour's gone a bit patchy here. That is something to bear in mind. It may do that if you're sort of touching your face a lot or throughout the day. It does kind of separate, so just bear that in mind with that foundation. But I think a lot of foundations do that anyway, so yeah, it's going to be difficult to find a foundation that doesn't separate. So yeah, these are the areas, and I've got a bit of dryness there, and here is kind of separated, but other than that I think it's held it quite well together, so I am impressed. Cons, does emphasize the pores slightly. You can see here they are more defined. So if you, sometimes that comes with putting on highlighter, so if you don't want emphasised pores and you try your best to cover that, then you probably won't like this foundation because it is very luminous. The price is £32, I believe, which is on the higher end price scale. I'll see how long this lasts because I've only had it for a month now, so we'll see how I get on with it and I'll know then if it is worth the price. Same price as the NARS range, the Sheer Glow, that's around £32 or £35 I believe, around £32 to £35, so it's within that price bracket. Also, this only comes in 10 shades, so that is definitely a con because there's not many for the darker skin tones, so if you want to try this foundation you might struggle to get the shade that you need if you have a dark skin tone. Other than that, I absolutely love the foundation. It's perfect for my dry skin. I think it has done well at keeping my makeup on all day. I have used the Urban Decay All Night Spray to make sure that it stays in place. So always use this, or Fix Plus is fine. I've got the coconut one here. Either or is fine. But yeah, I can't really say much else about it, to be honest, because it has done well at keeping the foundation on. Haven't needed to top it up. I mean, it is, I don't know if you can see here, but there are patches here, but that might be from the translucent powder where it has started to separate, but you're going to get that. And it has been on for 16 hours, so that is quite a long time. So I did my makeup this morning at 4:30 this morning on a Sunday. I know. Yeah, I still do my makeup for work, so of course my routine stands even on a work day at that stupid time. But I'm checking in now about 9 o'clock in the evening and it has done quite well. So I hope this has helped you decide whether or not you want to go for this foundation. As I say, it's 40ml and that is 1.4 fluid ounces. So yeah, grab yourself the Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfect Skin Foundation SPF 15 and you will see the results for yourself. I would recommend this for people that have dry to combination skin. If you have oily, avoid, or be warned that this could emphasise the oils to your skin. And I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.